right, so let's start off first and talk about what goals are you working on in your instructional practices right now?
One of my main goals that I was focusing on this week was targeting the kiddos' learning and scaffolding and seeing if we're, actually implementing scaffolding or if it's just something that we talk about among our staffs.
Okay.
So I put together a classroom matrix and I shared it with my staff. And through looking at the kids' goals, we were able to already see that we are currently scaffolding with them and we're, moving around their learning centers and adding in new manipulatives and stuff like that. That's just a little bit more, kind of pulls from their learning more. So it gets them, their brains thinking, and it constantly makes them want to engage in them rather it just being something that's out on the shelf that, they've played with 20 times over kind of thing.
So how right now when you're doing things, how are you able to kind of determine if you're being successful in your lesson?
We do look at our data, and then since I made this classroom matrix, we are going to start taking data with the classroom matrix. So being able to look back at the end of the week from the matrix and kind of see were we able to assist this child with this goal in this area, or see if we can focus on certain goals in certain areas a little bit heavier.
Okay, so I'm hearing you're kind of right now focusing on your scaffolding and getting more fluid with that. So let's look at your lesson to see what I'm going to observe.
So this is our lesson plan. Monday is this first column. So when we first come in, we would wash our hands, and then we currently have them signing in. So that is also helping with a couple of our goals in our classroom matrix. And then we will go down to outside play, wash hands. Then we come to our circle time. For circle time, we specifically choose different books correlating with our curriculum. And the curriculum has us read different things that build up to their learning points.
And then, so if I'm coming in and observing circle time and then your small group after, what specifically do you want me to take notice of during your circle?
For circle, direction following. I feel like that's something that we've been hitting on in our classroom is two-part directions. I will give you this car and then you'll hold it at circle time, but then bring it to small groups so that, that transition also. That's been another area of focus is, transitioning all the kiddos from one activity to that next activity successfully.
And then what is your main learning objective for these lessons on Monday?
The main learning objective, I have not added it in to the slide. But look at my handy dandy little book. My learning objective, I was on the right page. So for my book, the children will recognize the meaningful words in the print. So we talk about mom, we talk about our environment, car, and stuff like that. So really in focusing on how they can relate themselves to the actual book that we're reading, how they can see themselves within it.
That sounds perfect. That's exactly what we will watch.
Perfect.